today we are recording a reimagining of the very first episode of Space 1999, Breakaway.
Oh gosh, I mean for me it's kind of a personal thing. The show is in my DNA. I loved the series. I mean, when it came on TV, there'd been nothing like it. It was huge, epic spectacle with these exciting characters. I never missed an episode.
It's extremely faithful to the original and follows largely the same plot points and is about the same thing. It's very similar to the original, but it's also quite different. It will sound very similar, you know, the similar sound effects, similar styles of music, certainly the original theme will be in it, but it's a more expanded look at it. And cue. One of the difficulties and delights of the series is it's got such a large regular lineup of cast. We went through so many possibilities for Commander Koenig, and then I think it was David Richardson, the producer on this, who suggested Mark Bonnard.
I knew Mark had this incredible versatility and beautiful range, and he came in one day, he was reading in for another role when we were recording a Doctor Who, and he did an American accent in that role, and that's when I thought, possible Commander Koenig.
I remember it quite well because it was such a kind of vivid part of my childhood. It was in space, which every kid loves a bit of sci-fi. At school there were several people that had die-cast eagles and I loved those. But it's just a brilliant cast around some great stories and a great look.
We've got Maria Teresa CREASEY as Dr. Russell, and just hearing the first scenes with Maria, she's an absolute find.
I thought, what is this? Being American, it wasn't anything that was in my world, and I was born after the show, so I hadn't ever heard of it. It feels a little bit like I get to do a cover of a hit single that I had never heard about, and you kind of get to come with a new energy and think, oh, it's just great actually, and I get to hop on and see what happens. It's exciting.
Clive Haywood as Victor Bergman. I haven't heard any of Clive's scenes yet, but he's a superb actor. I know he's going to be great.
I love sci-fi. I'm a huge fan of the Charles Chilton space programs on the radio. So to get a chance to do a space project that's on audio, in audio format, is thrilling.
I think across the whole thing, my favourite character is Victor Bergman. I grew up being a huge fan of classic Doctor Who, and to me, Victor had the same qualities as some of the best doctors, someone you would trust instantly and follow wherever they told you to go.
Very clever people fascinate me because I'm not one of them, and I wish I was. What I like about him is his enthusiasm. You know, he has a constant hunger for learning. I think that's why he's there. I think it's probably why they're all there.
And Tim Bentinck is playing Simmons, who is a character I think we're hoping to do much more with actually in the audios. He'll have a bit more of a story than he did in the TV series.
I knew nothing about it because I'm too old to have really got into Space 1999. I'm much more of a Stingray kind of era and Thunderbirds. So I did my research and I checked it up and I watched the episode. And there was Roy Dotrice playing Commander Simmons, who was very posh. I thought, no, he's got to be a bit harder than that. So yeah, I looked at him as though he was a soldier, really. That's what I thought. He was an officer class. And, you know, a tough guy. He's Mr. Charm on the surface, but he's got an underlying brief that he's going to push through come what may. So I'm really looking forward to that, and working with this cast. They're all really, really good.
We decided that the lineup of characters was a little bit too biased in favour of men. So we decided, with the permission of ITV and the support of Jamie Anderson for the Anderson estate, we changed the gender of Carno to a woman, which enabled me to work with a brilliant actor who I've worked with her several times recently, Amaka Okafor, and she's just the most amazing actor, and it was just brilliant to get her in to play that part.
I've loved it.
I've loved it.
It's been so nice, and it's been lovely hearing everybody else's voices, and it's felt like a real team. When we were taking pictures and all together as a team, I really felt like we were gonna like fly off into space together. Yeah, honestly, the same thing. The guys look great, the women look great. It was cool. And she put an astronaut suit on.
Oh my goodness, I did. Yeah, it came out. The original one, just using the original filming, and I went to put it on by myself, and tried to zip the back, and I couldn't quite get it up fully. So I went back to the room and I had it on back to front.
She looked good in it though.